What is human growth hormone, and what does it do in our bodies? Why you should aim for more of it, and what are the natural ways to increase its production? Also, is it good to add it synthetically from the outside of the body? Those are a lot of questions, and for some maybe you already know the answer or maybe not. Today I will try to explain all of these so you can understand and decide how to boost your health no matter if you are a sedentary person or an elite athlete. Coming right up. I am Mihai Dumitrescu, IPT Skill Enhancement Trainer, Pro Basketball Coach, and NCSF Certified Sports Nutrition Specialist, and I welcome you to our channel. The human growth hormone's role is to stimulate bone and tissue growth during childhood, being the major growth regulator in the body. In adulthood, it contributes to bone density, and muscle and tissue growth, but as you'll see there are some other functions it is responsible for. Human growth hormone is often called the fountain of youth for its anti-aging properties. It mobilizes energy when we don't eat, and therefore increases metabolism, and lipolysis, which means that mobilizes fat to be used as fuel, opposite to insulin which stores it. The fasting period promotes muscle sparing, as it sends signals to the body to use fat first, and only later if it's necessary to use the muscular tissue. Also, together with another hormone, builds brain connections or synapses, and even brain cells. After intense exercise, it repairs and builds up muscles, and other damaged tissues. The synthetic growth hormone is becoming popular for athletes, actors, and high school students, who are trying to obtain quick results in a short amount of time, especially muscle growth or athletic enhancement, therefore in the sports world it is a banned substance. Using it as a drug can have devastating results on human health, and the most common side effects are things like aggression, as it affects the frontal lobe, and in time sense of control is lost, negative feedback, the body will not produce it, and it will end with infertility, and the worst one is cancer. Growth hormone will also promote the growth of the cancerous cells, which can develop only in the presence of glucose, as its only type of fuel. So, when it's produced naturally, there is no insulin involved, and of course no extra blood sugar. But when it is injected, in the presence of insulin, it is most likely the cancer cells to develop. If you ever want to try this, I hope now you think better and maybe you reconsider doing it. Let's jump to explore the best ways how to increase it naturally. The number one way to produce it naturally is fasting, which can increase its production by up to 2000%. So, you should watch our video up here, about intermittent fasting, and maybe you'll start today to implement it. For athletes, it is equally important, as this is something that can categorically boost their recovery. Then, the high-intensity exercises boost the human growth hormone production by 700%, as the body needs to repair and rebuild the muscles and tissues. Here it works differently for normal sedentary people and athletes. The intensity of session time should be limited to 30 minutes for health reasons only. But if you are an athlete you are adapted to exercise stress, and even if it is longer than 30 minutes, maybe for 90 minutes in the case of a basketball game, you'll probably produce more than 700%. 85% of the growth hormone is released during sleep, and the reason is that you are fasting. So, sleep is super important for anyone, and for athletes is crucial. The carbohydrate intake also affects the human growth hormone production, as I've mentioned, it can only be secreted in the absence of insulin. So, you may want to acknowledge which are your carbs needs and tailor your diet accordingly. More info is in the video up here. Getting out quickly from the sympathetic nervous system dominance, by reducing stress, which can come from various reasons like emotional, chemical, or physical, will help to upregulate the HGH production. If you skip breakfast in the morning, which is in the end intermittent fasting, the growth hormone will still be produced until the first meal, when your insulin will rise as you eat. So, as long as you can go without breakfast, as better it will be from this perspective. Equally, as earlier your last meal will be, faster HGH production will start during sleep, because the insulin levels will drop just at the right time. As a last thought, you should always have in mind that the body always, and I mean always, will produce the optimal amount of anything it needs, at the right time, and for the right duration. The only way we can influence what it is doing, is through our behavior, as it responds to the environment it is exposed to. So, this is how all the genes, which are recipes, are expressed, and this is how you can get healthier and stronger, or the opposite, you can get sicker and weaker. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and you found good information, and if you did, please give us a thumb up, and if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll not lose anything.